Hello and thank you for watching the Kempler design vlog. Over my shoulder you're going to see the Silhouette Halo shade, and what we're going to talk about today relates to this shade, but it also relates to all the other products that are available through Hunter Douglas using their Gen 3 PowerView. And there are some things that we want to go over that are important, and it involves both the app and also the use of the remote control. What we're going to talk about specifically has to do with making adjustments. And what I'm going to show you is using the remote control. What I'm going to do is, it's on the correct channel, channel 1, and I'm just going to hit close and watch the shade itself. That is exactly what closed should look like. Completely closed. You can't see through it from really any angle, though if you went at this level of angle, yeah, you'd see something, but that's what it's supposed to be. If you hit see this arrow right here? If you hit that, I just did, you'll notice that the shade opens up. Now, we talked about this before, but see this same arrow, if I double tap it, tap, tap, it's supposed to open more than that. And it's like, well, what's the problem? Same thing here. If I hit close again and I just tapped it, goes to close. What's supposed to happen when I double tap it? That's right. That secondary layer is supposed to come out. But, and I'll just show you. I hit close, tap, tap. You'll notice it goes. Okay, it's like you'd think it's happening, but not yet. And it goes up even further and lowers. That's not supposed to happen like that. So what we need to do is make some adjustments, and I'm going to show you how to do it in just a second. So what we're going to do is talk about how to make these adjustments using the app. It used to be that when you wanted to make micro adjustments to limits and things, you had to use the remote control. It doesn't work with Gen 3, still does with Gen 2, but we need to talk about how it's going to work. So for example, what we're going to do is you go on your app and you open up the, if you have Gen 3 and Gen 2, make sure you're on the right unit, in this case Gen 3. And right at the bottom, you'll notice right here it says More. We're going to click on that. And when we click on More, notice that it says here, and I'm trying to look at it, right there is Shades. We're going to hit on Shades, and I have to do it correctly. Shades. You'll notice that it opens up the halo, which is on here, because it would have all the different ones, but in this case it's just the one. And we're going to tap on it, and now it shows you the halo. It shows you that you can jog it. I'll just show you, if you just as an idea, you see it goes up and down. That's what jogging means. And then down at the very bottom, you'll see something that's called Advanced Options. So we tap on that, and you'll notice what happens is that here it shows Modify Shade Limits, Calibrate Shade. So it's always good before you start getting involved in modifying limits that you try calibrating it. And we may end up, you know what, I'm not going to do it right now because I've calibrated it before, but basically when you do a calibration, all that means is that the shade is going to go all the way up, all the way down, and say, okay, I know where my limits are. But in this case, we need to make some adjustments. So we're going to go right here to Modify Shade Limits. It's right there. And it says this. Please read it yourself. You can pause. It's important that you understand that. You hit OK. And then it says you can set these various limits. Now with the halo, you'll notice that it offers you the option of veins closed, vein open, back panel transition, is that what it says? Yes. Back panel bottom, and over rotate position. It's reading backwards on my screen, so I'm confused. So which one do we want to do here? For example, I feel like the over rotate position is not in the right place. So what I want to do is go here and click on the right to open it up, and it says Moving Shade to Current Limit. And you saw in the video before that later on it tipped way backwards, and this is showing it almost perfectly flat. That is not an over-rotate limit. So what we'll do is look right here again and look at the screen, and you can see that it has big time up and down and small up and down, and then it says that you can set the limit as it, well, we'll do that after we've set it. You can restore it to factory limits if you want, or watch this. It says press and hold controls to adjust and release control to stop shade. So for example, if I go up and I just tap it a little bit, I'm holding it. It's moving very slowly. I let go, very slowly, let go. It's going totally the wrong way. That was my fault, but that's okay. It shows you that you can make those adjustments either direction. I'm going to do it the other way. We're going to press and hold, press and hold, press and hold. It's still waiting to move slowly. Press and hold. There we go. And I'm going to do it again, do it again, do it again, again. I think that's the limit. I keep trying. It's not moving anymore. Yeah. So I'm going to stop it right there, and notice the top orange, set limit as current position. That's what I want. Okay, it says it's been set, and I hit OK. So now I'm going to go back, and what I'm going to do is go all the way back to the shade itself, and I'm going to use the remote control because I might have to make other adjustments, because sometimes when you make an adjustment on something, it affects something else. So let's go ahead and hit the close button so it'll look, we'll see what it looks like when it goes to all the way closed. And it still does. It's absolutely perfect. Love it. And now when I double tap on the up button, tap, tap, okay, so I can make some more micro adjustments to it, but you'll see that it actually went to the place it was supposed to go. Not as fast as I thought it would, but it definitely got there. So what I would recommend you do is check all of your limits that way, and just know that if you use the method that I just talked about on the app, you can make these micro adjustments to the top limit, the very bottom limit, which works for a lot of other types of shades. But for these that have the shade that comes down, the shade that opens, the shade that over rotates, the part that it has the layer behind it that comes down, all of these need specific adjustments to make sure that they're perfect. So if you are doing the Gen 3, please make sure that you know how to do these things, and if you don't, then you need to talk to the installer or the company that you purchased from, and they can help walk you through it, as well as Hunter Douglas offers support to the public in order to be able to provide solutions, because they want you to be thrilled with the use of their products, and it's a great system. And more than anything, I thank you for watching the Kempler Design Vlog.